Hello, good morning internets, and welcome back to another unboxing. Today, we got the Nintendo Switch 2. It's finally here. And we have the original Switch box and the Switch to compare it to. So let's just dive right in. So let's first start with the old one, because that's how the chronological order works. You open this. I got this in 2017. It opens like this. And voila, your Switch was inside here. And these are the little things that you go on the side of the Joy-Cons that I never used. And they're still in the box. That's their rightful place, don't you know? So, I got this on launch day, March 3rd, 2017. And I don't know a single person that has used their Switch the whole time that their Switch hasn't had some kind of malfunction or something broken in it. And if you guys have lived under a rock, the Switch is the very first console that is a hybrid between a handheld and a home console. This is the console, it's a tablet, and it connects in here, and then it plugs into your TV. I have a Ethernet port on this because they didn't give you one on the original Switch, or on the Wii U, or on the Wii, or on the GameCube. But apparently they will on the Switch too. So that is finally an upgrade. This is the Joy-Cons that came with the original Switch, and you press the buttons back here to take them off, to unclick them, and then you can just throw this away, and then you switch them into this position to take it out, and now it's the Switch. I got the gray model because it's great. And this is the Switch Pro Controller, because screw trying to play the games with these in your hands. Pretty uncomfortable. But Nintendo found a way to make it work. I was surprised that this sparked an entire new market of handheld hybrid consoles. My Switch had a little bit of Joy-Con drift with this one, and also this doesn't the system doesn't recognize it being clicked in. I'll even show you guys. So Nintendo screwed up the manufacturing, at least, of the original Switch, but this thing sold like hotcakes. So, no, wait. Okay, so the right side, I was wrong. The right side clicks in, and it's the left side that it doesn't recognize. No click, it doesn't recognize it, which is big sad, which means I can't actually play it like this. I need both to be in either the connected position or the unconnected position, so I have to unconnect one of them and then play like this. And for that reason, I stopped playing this. So I really hope that Nintendo fixes all these problems with the new console. So let's just unbox it. So this is the box on the back. This is the front. I got the Mario Kart bundle because apparently the physical copy was $90. I also heard that sometimes you could get it for $80. That's a little better, but still absolutely ridiculous. So there is a sticker on the bottom. This is also probably the only unboxing of the Switch 2 in 3D, so I hope you enjoy. That has opened, which means this flap comes down. And then it flips up? Oh gosh. Oh no, I'm holding it upside down. I think this is how you do it. There we go. Finally, we have the Switch 2 after waiting over 8 years for the successor. So this is the right Joy-Con. It's significantly heavier than the other ones. And then here is the left one. They're about to fall out of their bags. And then this is the tablet, the Switch 2. Oh my gosh. Let's see what else is in here. There's definitely something in here. Okay, this opens up, and it has the code to the game, and then we have an HDMI cord. You can never have too many of those. And these are the things that attach to the bottom of the Joy-Cons that allow them to work as mice. So that's exciting. I hope that is utilized a lot. It won't be, but I sure hope it does. That would be really cool. And I'm glad Nintendo didn't sell those separately, because screw paying like $30 for that. In here, oh, is the new version of the Joy-Cons to controller thing. They just plug into here, and oh, that's a lot different. Okay, well we will see the magnets in action. The Switch doesn't slide in like the original one does. They magnetically connect. Nintendo upgraded from this. This was the power brick that came with it. I don't know if they changed that for the OLED, but this one comes with a USB Type-C input power brick. So those are actually separate. And then I'm sure a Nintendo license, yep, it says Nintendo on it, USB Type-C cord. Beautiful. Oh yes, I forgot one of the most important parts. The dock, the thing that allows you to connect it to your television. And that's it. That's all that she came with, folks. That's the Switch 2 box. And we could put these next to each other. I'll just put it back in. I'm gonna have to put all the wrappers back in anyways. So we'll close the box and see how these compare. So this is the original Switch box, and this is the Switch 2 box. I will say this is significantly smaller. By a lot. I'm glad they figured out how to make it all consume less space, probably less materials, which not only saves the environment, but saves Nintendo money. And I'm sure that's the main reason why they made the box so much smaller. Let's take out the dock. That's backwards, I think. Nope, this is the front side. The Switch 2 dock. It's a lot beefier. Apparently it does more things than it did last time. Oh, the pulp thing just comes off. Okay, it doesn't flip back like it did before. So finally we have the USB Type-C for the AC, HDMI output, and then an actual Ethernet port. Thank you, Nintendo, for listening to our demands. And then we have two USBs on the side. Very good. And then we'll put that back. So let's see what this looks like together. So we have this, which we're probably never gonna use, but it's nice to have. We're gonna unbox the lame stuff first. So we have the USB Type-C cable. I'm taking this apart because I want to actually use it. I don't just need to show you it. By apart, I mean just unravel the twisty tie and the cord. So there you go. It's USB Type-C in your face in 3D. Hope you watch the 3D version of this video. There's that. And then we have, oh, just so you know, the Pro Controller doesn't come with the system for either of the systems. You did have to buy that separately. A normal controller you have to buy separately. That is also true with the last 4 Nintendo consoles. The Wii Pro controller didn't come with the system, or the Wii U. You had to buy those separately. At least Wii U gave you a very comfortable giant controller with the system. So there is your Nintendo HDMI for Switch 2, which they don't have the indentation. Oh my gosh. This is news, everybody. So Nintendo, maybe it was like a nod to the NES or something, I'm not entirely sure, but on the HDMI cord in the top corner here, you see there's that little side that isn't perfectly pointed. It's like it's slanted in. That was true on the Switch HDMI and on the Wii U HDMI. It's missing for the Switch 2. It's completely box shaped. I'll put it in side by side for comparison. There you go. Can you see that? Maybe. There you go. That is interesting. Don't mix those up. They might do different things. I really wish this came with the physical game, but download it is. Alright. Let's take out the Joy-Cons. These are much heavier. And this button releases the magnet. That's pretty neat. These are a lot bigger. Let's compare it to the regular Joy-Con on the Switch. I'd say that's definitely bigger. It's way heavier. At least it feels way heavier. It might be placebo, but we do know for a fact it is heavier. So these are heftier. Actually, these, now that I'm holding them in my hands, are a lot more comfortable because they're bigger. And I can definitely see myself using these more because of how much bigger they are than the ones for the original Switch. These, oh my gosh, they're so small, and I felt extremely cramped playing with these. So maybe this will be a much better experience. This, surprisingly, does not feel very cramped to me. Okay, it kind of feels comfortable. This is our first time connecting it to a magnet thing. Ooh, that's pretty satisfying. And I could feel, can I just pull it away? It's in there. I'm afraid I would break it if I try to pull it, so I definitely want to push the button on the back to release it. Oh my gosh. And the Switch is broken. It's already broken, everybody. So the magnet is, oh my gosh, it's like, I don't even feel it at this point. It's in there. I don't know what mechanism they did to make it really that stuck in there. There's no way. Oh my gosh, I did it. That did not feel good, pulling that hard. You can do it. You can pull that hard to get it out. But this definitely feels way safer. Doing it the way it was meant to be pulled apart. So playing with this now, this is significantly more comfortable. I would say. Maybe you don't need a Pro Controller. Let me put, just for comparison, putting the Switch Joy-Cons on this thing again. It just feels so small. Yeah. This one feels a little cramped. This one... definitely less cramp. There's maybe a little tiny bit, but honestly... no, playing it with these is... well, unless I grab it very firmly. It depends how you hold it. I was going to say these feel more cramped than having them in this. Yeah, you know what, honestly? I feel like this feels a little bit more cramped than just having them separated. Oh, that is interesting. Well, that's different than the original Switch. Cool. Just for the hell of it, let's pull out the mice attachments. I'm surprised Nintendo even went this route. They added mouse controls for the Switch. Can you not use the controllers in mice mode without these? Oh my gosh. Surely. Oh, okay. There we go. And then... ah. I don't think these attach magnetically, but you definitely want to use this to unhinge it. Is this any more comfortable to use even in this way? I don't... maybe. And then... I don't have a surface except for this, so... and then using this as a mouse. Okay. I feel like that's actually just enough surface area to where it feels comfortable. So, okay. Okay, Nintendo. Maybe you did spend 8 years doing some research on your console. Maybe you did something. Because the Switch was out for so long. Okay. I'm down with this. I don't know if I'm ever gonna play the game / games that ever require the mouse controls, but we will have to see, won't we? Oh yeah, the actual console itself. There we go. There's the screen. There's the thing on the back. And here is its wonderful kickstand. Oh my gosh. That's so much better than this stupid thing that would rip off all the time. Oh my gosh. I feel like the original Switch was a little rushed. I don't know how to get that back in. Did I just break it? No, it does that all the time. I got it. It's back on. But I do love how the screen really seems like it goes edge to edge. Oh, no, wait. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. There is a border. It's a lot less noticeable than the original. But there you go. That is the Switch 2. big as hell compared to the original Switch with the Joy-Cons in. Original Switch 2. That is bigger. I was expecting this to be significantly heavier. It is heavier for sure, but let me swap hands. It is heavier for sure, but I was gonna think that this was gonna be even more heavier than it actually was. So now that it's all plugged in, I think this is actually more comfortable. I like how big it is. The first Switch was barely pocketable. I don't think I could fit this in my pocket. Yeah, I think that is a bit much. But let's turn it on. Does Nintendo have any power in this thing? Did they put any battery in it? Oh my gosh, look at that. It's a Nintendo console. Here we go. You can see the 3D camera's reflection in it. Oh, nice. Very cool. Alright, it's going to have me do some setup stuff. So let's turn that off. And let's unbox the Pro Controller. Here it is. So, I'm not expecting this to feel much different or any different at all than just the regular Pro Controller that comes with the original Switch. In fact, I was heavily debating even buying this. But when it comes to consoles, I normally buy a bunch of accessories. I normally buy like 4 controllers for every system because I want to make sure I have enough controllers for a 4-player. And I did that for the Wii U, but I felt gypped with the Wii U because the Switch came out so fast that I decided, besides an individual Pro Controller, I'm not getting any other accessories for the Switch. I'm not getting any other Joy-Cons, nothing, because I felt like I already spent my money on Nintendo. And they need to wait for the next system for me to start buying stuff. So this is the system that I'm probably going to buy more controllers for, and I'm very thankful that the Switch 2 is backwards compatible with the Switch. Also, Switch 2 is a much better name than the successor to any other console that I think they've done besides maybe like the Super Nintendo. So let's pull this out, because part of the Wii U's failure, you could argue, is its naming. It's very confusing. So we have a USB to USB Type-C cable coming with it. That's wonderful. I don't think Sony actually includes that with their controllers. That alone makes it even more worth it, in my opinion. And just for the sake of being a completionist of unboxing, let's unbox this too. Because this video isn't long enough, right? Let's twist the twist tie in the opposite direction. And here we go. Not a USB Type-C to USB Type-C, but a USB to a USB Type-C. Beautiful. Love it. Thank you, Nintendo, for having that come with every Pro Controller. Taking this out. This is what I will actually be using on the system, because screw anything else. Oh, this is actually definitely different. For sure. The top is different, and there are extra buttons on the back. That is a first for the, not like a high-end version of a controller, but just like the regular Pro Controller. I don't even know how to explain it, but we got GR, GL. Oh my gosh, this is extremely comfortable. I love moving the sticks around. They definitely feel like they have this rubber banding effect. Like, I almost could hear the rubber bands. I could definitely feel them. Oh, yes. I also love that there is a headphone jack on the bottom of the controller now. That is awesome. The original Pro Controller on the Switch didn't, so that is a massive upgrade. So, here are the two side by side. And already I forgot about all the features that are in this one. And also there's the C button for chat, right? The voice chat thing. Already I actually immediately recommend the Switch 2 Pro Controller over the original, and I feel very, very satisfied with my decision to get that instead of just keeping the other one. So that's it. That's the Switch. That's the Pro Controller. This is what it looks like in the dock. Beautiful. And this will be how I will be playing it. So on our gaming channel, I haven't beaten or basically played any of the Mario games or Zelda games, and I want to do that for you guys. So we're going to be playing every single Mario, every single Zelda, and basically all of them are going to be blind Let's Plays, except for like Breath of the Wild. I think that's like the only one that I did put a deep amount of time in, but I never beat it. So, but yeah, every other game is going to be a blind Let's Play, pretty much as much as you can, as like when it comes to like Super Mario Brothers. But every mainline Mario and Zelda game, we're going to play all of them. So I hope you guys are excited for that. So stay tuned for that on the gaming channel. But I hope you guys enjoyed the unboxing and comparison of the original Nintendo Switch from 2017, and finally the upgrade to Nintendo Switch 2. Did you like the video? Well then, press the dislike button! Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you very much, and until next time, later days.